Hello. So in this video, we'll be looking at step one, the organization details on how to capture that information. So right now, as you can see on my step one here, it's indicated that this step has been completed. So that means most of the information in this step has been added. But if it was not completed, it was going to be like this one, where there is no green background with a blue button here, just to say a button that is saying add organization details. But what we're gonna do is gonna just come to this update organization details to add or modify the organization details information. So the first step that will be taken to when clicking on that button, I'll be taken to this disclaimer information here. So this is where now I'm gonna be able to capture the disclaimer information. This is a person responsible for the entire registration form for that institute. So the information that will be here will be the information for the representative of that institution. It can be the principal, the director, VCs, whoever who's the representative of this institution. So is the name here, the name of the person responsible, the position, cell number, the ID or passport number, and then the email here. Once I'm done entering that information, I click on this next button here to go to the next step. So automatically, by clicking that button, the system saves the information that I've captured here automatically. So I can come back on this disclaimer. If there's something I need to change, I'll be able to modify whatever I want to modify here, and then click the next button once again. Then that information will be updated. So then the next step is the general information. So this is where now I'm gonna specify the purpose of this application. It's a registration or establishment. So in this case, I'm gonna just select the registration. I come and enter this cell phone number, the organizational full name. That is the full name of that institute. If it's the University of Swaziland, it has to be the University of Swaziland. If it's a Christian University, it has to be the full name of that institute. So I capture it here. And then now here, the institute type. Then I select is a university or a college or maybe a consultants. Then I come to the business type here. It's a private government or private government aided or other. So it's just select the type here. And please notice that all fields with this asterisk here, those are required fields. So you are required to enter that information. Then you come to the institute logo, you capture it here. So now you just choose a file within your PC. So by clicking here, the system is gonna take you automatically to your file explorer, where now you'll be able to navigate and browse to navigate to where your maybe your logo is. And what you do is just to select the image there, and automatically it will be filled in this place here. So I'm gonna just make an example maybe with one here. I just take this image here. The moment I copy, I say open, it will be captured here. So automatically, now when saving this information, that logo again will be saved too. So I come and enter the tax identity number, the TIN, VAT. So now for those that don't have this information, your TIN maybe and your VAT, what you'll be doing here is just enter those zeros and those zeros here, because these are required fields, so you won't be able to leave it empty. You come to the telephone number, the email address. It's a list or own property. So now that is where the property of your institution, where your institution is based. Is it are you owning that those premises, or those premises are being listed? So you select here. If it's a list, you select the list here. Physical address and then the postal address. Once again, once you're done capturing that information, you come to this next button here, and that information will be saved automatically. So the next step now would be the contact person. So here you add information for those individuals that eShek can contact whenever they want to know more about this application. So you just capture those information, the position here, the passport size photo. This one is optional. The full name for that individual, cell number, telephone number, email. So now these are just contact information where they'll be able to reach this individual you're adding here, physical address and then postal address. So if let's say now you've done capturing this information, I'm gonna just make an example. Full name, maybe it's Simpiwe, the telephone number. You have the telephone number here, postal address. You enter this postal address here. Let's say you want to add another contact person apart from this one here. So what you'll be doing there, you're gonna just use this button to add another. But if it's only this one, you'll be just using this next, which is the button that you will be using here. So both these buttons, they all save the information. Right now, I've received this message here. Email address already exists. So this is the email I was using here. So the system checks if that individual has been added or not. So if it's added, the system won't allow you to duplicate some emails, because we all know that you cannot share email with another. So one email belongs to one user. So it does that validation. But if the person was added successfully, you are going to be able to see that individual here. As I can see this Simpiwe here. So if I want to update information for this guy here, I just click on this name here. Then automatically all his information will be displayed in this form here. So I just update what I want to update, and then I click on update another contact person, or I just click on this next just to continue. So once I click next, the system is going to take me to the next step, which is the management. So now this is where we add all the management for that institution. With the management name, the surname, the title, it's a Mr. Mrs. Doctor. We have the gender, the date of birth, designation. So the title, the position for that management. You have the type. Is it a full-time or a part-time employee? We have ID number, the passport number, which is optional. So same thing here. All those fields with this star, the red star here, those are required fields. So the system will make sure that you capture that information before submitting that form. The same number, the highest qualification, institute of study. So now this institute of study is for this qualification you've captured here. And then the passport size photo, same thing, is that one is optional. And then you have these other documents that you upload, your CV and other qualifications for this individual. So once you've added that management, you'll be able now to see all registered managers here. As you can see, with all these managers that are being displayed in this site here. So same thing, if you want to update maybe management information, you just click on the name and the information will be displayed in this site here. Then you just update whatever you want to update. And then the last thing is the online presence. So once you have done capturing that information, you click on this next button, and then it's gonna take you to this online presence. So now this is where you'll be just adding your website URL, your Facebook page, your Twitter page. So now the system here will be just checking for those URLs. So you need to make sure that you take the website. Let's say you want you want to enter a URL for maybe your institute. Let's say your institute is what do you call your institute? University of gonna just take this one here. So what you do, you open your website on another tab, and then you come to this URL here. You just take that URL and then you copy it here. So now you've captured your URL. Same thing with your Facebook page. You go to your Facebook profile, and then you take the URL, you post it here. And then same thing with the Twitter page. You do those same steps. You just paste your URL here. And then once you're done, you click on finish. So you'll be done with step one. So that will be it for step one. So, but now, if you want to come back and check if everything was captured correctly, still you come to this update. You go step by step, checking each and every information, just to make sure that whatever information here you've captured is correct. So thank you. That's it for step one. for organization details. So what we'll be doing now, we're going to step 2, which is the uploading of documents.